Holy
Who's stalking who now? Look at that.
Comment ahead. Nej, 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 nej.
Shut up.
Some encounters in the wilderness become terrifying before you even understand what you're looking at. A hunter's thermal camera captures a silent humanoid figure moving through the trees in complete darkness, while elsewhere, a pale creature suddenly crawls toward a man investigating a remote area late at night. And when something unexplained appears deep in the woods without making a sound, how do you know whether it's human at all? While walking through the woods, Mike noticed a figure moving behind him.
Watch who's stalking who now. Who's stalking who now? Look at that. You see a person? Yeah, who's stalking who now?
Seeming to follow the same path, even though nobody else was expected to be there. At first glance, the person appeared normal, yet the way he lingered made Mike feel constantly watched, unable to shake the feeling that the stranger's attention stayed fixed on him.
Okay, ready? Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm crazy. Look at that. I'm by myself in the night. Look at that. Oh my God.
The encounter left him questioning who the man was and what he wanted, with some believing it was an innocent passerby, while others felt the behavior appeared too intentional. And if you were alone and noticed someone following you through the forest, would you continue walking or start wondering what might happen next? While driving along a quiet road in North Carolina, a hunter's dash cam recorded a tall, dark figure running into the woods. Estimated to stand around 6 to 7 feet tall and moving in a distinctly human-like manner, the figure quickly sparked speculation about Bigfoot. Some believe it was simply an animal or a camera illusion, while others think the size and movement appeared too convincing to ignore. And if something that large crossed your path at night, would you dismiss it as misidentification or start questioning what really disappeared into those trees? While using a thermal night vision camera in the Canadian wilderness, a hunter recorded something unusual. What he initially thought was a nest suddenly shifted into a humanoid figure moving through the trees, even though the area had appeared empty moments before. Traveling through that forest in complete darkness without any light seemed impossible for a normal person, yet the figure made absolutely no sound. He never saw it again, leaving the encounter unexplained. Some believe it was a thermal distortion, while others think it was something far stranger. And if you saw a silent human-shaped figure in the dark, would you ignore it or start questioning what truly moved through those woods? Christopher was driving through a desert in an unnamed Arabic-speaking country when he noticed a woman standing alone in the distance.
That's when we got the WRC edition, and it's the World Championship. I think that's a German owner or whatever. Common owner, or is it name, or is it so on?
Believing she might need assistance, he turned back toward her only to discover she had completely vanished. With nowhere to hide in the open landscape, the disappearance felt impossible, making him suspect he had witnessed something supernatural. Some people believe it may have been a mirage, while others think the encounter matches local ghost legends. And if someone disappeared in front of you in an empty desert, would you blame heat distortion or something far more unsettling? A group of hunters discovered something unusual. A long-limbed creature stretched across a rock, appearing completely lifeless. Very little information exists about the clip, and nobody has confirmed what the figure may have been. Some viewers believe it was simply an animal in poor condition, while others think its appearance suggests something unexplained. And if you came across a body like that in the wilderness, would you assume it was wildlife, or start questioning what you were truly seeing? While driving through a forest on his way to a winter hunt, a man was startled when a lynx suddenly attacked his truck.
Holy
He remained safe inside the vehicle, but the behavior was unusual since lynx rarely show aggression toward humans. The strange encounter left viewers debating whether the animal was stressed sick or reacting to something unseen. And if a wild cat charged your vehicle like that, would you see it as instinct or wonder what caused it? YouTuber Fahid Kolsberg and his husky Riley planned a simple overnight trip on a mountain, but the situation quickly became tense when Riley suddenly froze, reacting to movement below the trees. A bear appeared and started moving closer, while Fahad attempted to photograph it.
Nej! Nej! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Nej! 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 Gå bort! Gå bort! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Kom inte hit! Gå bort härifrån!
Unarmed and out in the open, he tried to scare the animal away, but it kept showing interest until he finally threw rocks downhill, creating enough noise to make it retreat. The encounter left them shaken, with some believing the bear was only curious, while others think it may have been assessing them. And if a bear steadily approached your camp, would you trust it to leave or worry about how close it might come? On August 23, 1987, a group of hunters in Tabernash, Colorado, located the wreckage of a plane that had been missing for years. During the investigation, Deputy Sheriff Dale Wood discovered a VHS tape hanging from a tree containing the final recorded moments of James Jeb Codell and Ronald Hugh Willman, who disappeared in 1984 after their aircraft crashed without ever sending a distress signal.
Oh, look at that down there, Ronnie, on the left. Nice little lake and a cabin. Those dead trees down there. A whole bunch of them back up in here, those beetles. Very pretty little lake.
The footage showed the pilot misjudging the density altitude with the thin mountain air, reducing the plane's lift as it neared rising terrain. The engine stalled, the aircraft flipped.
Damn, hang on, Ronnie!
And the crash destroyed the emergency transmitter, leaving the men stranded without any way to call for help. Both died at the crash site, and their remains were later recovered, finally solving the mystery surrounding their disappearance. Some people view the tape as a harsh reminder of how dangerous mountain flying can be, while others wonder whether different equipment or conditions could have changed the outcome. And if you discovered a lost recording capturing someone's final moments, would you see it only as evidence or something far more haunting? A hunter films a black bear climbing a tree, but after the animal notices him, it quickly comes down and starts moving closer out of curiosity. As the tension builds, the hunter fires a warning shot, causing the bear to back away.
No. You better get.
Bears often investigate unfamiliar threats before reacting, which can become dangerous at close distance. Was firing the warning shot the safest decision, or could the encounter have been avoided with a different response? This encounter begins with fishermen spearfishing in the deep waters of Australia's Coral Sea as one diver struggles to pull in a speared fish while a larger fish tries stealing it. At first, the situation appears under control, but it quickly changes when more predators arrive. Moments later, the diver filming is startled as sharks join the feeding frenzy only feet away. Despite the chaos, the group stays surprisingly calm until the activity finally dies down and they swim away safely. Shark frenzies are often caused by injured prey and sudden movement, which may explain how fast the situation escalated. But if panic had taken over or one wrong move had happened, could the outcome have been far worse? A clip shows a bear moving toward two frightened hikers as they yell and attempt to scare it away. Despite repeated efforts, the animal keeps advancing, holding its ground, and displaying body language suggesting a possible attack. The tense standoff lasts only moments before the hikers decide to use bear spray.
Hey!
Wait till he gets close with the bear spray.
Hey! Yeah!
The footage suddenly cuts off, leaving the outcome unknown. Bears can sometimes view shouting as a challenge instead of a warning, which may explain the escalation. Did the spray stop the encounter, or did the situation end far worse than the video shows? Two men driving through a snowy mountain area are shocked when they suddenly come across a snow leopard beside the road. What starts as a peaceful view quickly shifts as the animal steps closer and calmly approaches their vehicle. Despite their surprise, they keep filming, while the predator remains only inches away, carefully studying them without looking away. The encounter continues for nearly 2 minutes before the snow leopard finally loses interest and walks off.
ये हमारे एकम गांव में
Snow leopards are rarely seen at such close range, and curiosity instead of aggression may explain the behavior. But if the animal had felt provoked or decided to challenge the vehicle, could this rare encounter have become far more dangerous? A group of tourists riding in an open truck record a tiger, from what appears to be a safe distance, capturing calm footage as the animal moves nearby. The situation suddenly changes when the tiger unexpectedly charges, reminding them how quickly these predators can react. The animal barely misses the vehicle as the driver speeds away, continuing to escape even after the tiger is no longer visible. Tigers can shift from observing to chasing within seconds, especially when vehicles hesitate or slow down. If they had not reacted immediately or stopped too early, could the encounter have ended much more violently? In another encounter, hunters badly underestimate the danger of wildlife when they head into the woods for hog hunting, carrying only single-shot rifles. What they expect to control quickly turns chaotic as the wild boars avoid the shots and begin charging toward them. Within moments, several boars rush the hunters, forcing them to fire in panic with little success. Wild hogs are fast, aggressive, and highly adaptable when threatened, which may explain how rapidly the situation escalated. But was this simply poor preparation, or a reminder that overconfidence in the wild can quickly become a fight for survival. A man riding his bicycle along a quiet road decides to get closer to a large brown bear that is peacefully keeping to itself. As he slowly approaches from behind, the animal suddenly notices him and reacts instinctively with a bluff charge. Panic immediately sets in as the cyclist realizes how badly he misread the situation, thinking for a moment it could be his final ride.
No! Holy sh! Just got bluff charged by that bear. I guess so. It's a bit close.
Luckily, the bear stops short and does not continue chasing him. Bluff charges are usually warnings rather than attacks, but getting that close leaves almost no room for mistakes. If the bear had decided to continue, could this careless decision have ended very differently? In Western Canada, a dog owner watches from inside his house as a mountain lion moves through the driveway and is confronted by his two dogs. At first, the cougar seems to study the area while a husky attempts to scare it away. Unbothered, the predator keeps circling until a German shepherd joins in, forcing the animal to constantly shift position while searching for a way out. Mountain lions often test threats before reacting, especially when trapped or outnumbered. The footage ends before the outcome is revealed, but did the dog succeed in driving it off, or did the situation worsen after the recording stopped? A wounded grizzly walks onto a crowded road while a ranger tries stopping traffic and calming the scared animal. Without any warning, the bear suddenly charges at him despite being injured.
Shut up. Get on video. I am. Oh, God.
It stops at the final moment and the ranger fires a blank round to drive it away. Injured bears are extremely unpredictable, so what could have happened if the charge had not stopped when it did? While driving home from a camping trip, a group spotted something unusual near the roadside and slowed down to investigate.
What'd you see? What the frick is that?
What? It's behind that tree.
Nana, what is that?
In the darkness beside a tree, a shadowy figure appeared to move in an unsettling manner, its shape difficult to clearly identify. The sight disturbed them enough that they immediately drove away without looking back, later wondering what they had actually seen along the side of the road. A Reddit user posted a trail camera photo that seems to show two human-like figures floating in the forest. Locals refer to them as tree people, believing they are spirits, though whether the image captured a natural explanation or something paranormal remains uncertain. While staying alone in a cabin surrounded by woods, a woman began hearing strange noises outside her bedroom window and decided to install a security camera. The footage later captured a man peering through the window before running off, then returning to steal the camera itself. Whether the stalker was ever identified or caught remains unknown. While hunting in the woods, a man suddenly heard disturbing grunting noises echoing through the area. It remains unclear whether the sounds came from wildlife or something far more unsettling hidden nearby. A group of hunters and their dogs followed a wild boar deep into a thick Scandinavian forest after a lengthy chase. Once the dogs finally trapped the animal and alerted the group, one hunter got ready to fire. Instead, the boar suddenly charged directly toward him at full speed, turning the situation dangerous within seconds. The encounter barely avoided disaster, showing just how deadly a cornered animal can become. A rumor began spreading about a remote area, rumored to hide something unusual, leading a man named Tom to investigate late one night with only a camera and flashlight.
It's like a little bit of illegal dumping. It's like sand.
At first, he discovered nothing except scattered debris. But moments later, a pale humanoid figure appeared, hidden in the brush. Once the light hit it, the figure suddenly crawled toward him with disturbing speed, its thin and unnatural appearance causing immediate panic. Tom ran from the area and never came back, leaving viewers divided over whether he encountered a person, an animal, or something far more unsettling.
That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.